Have you ever felt the sting of watching someone enter your life during your toughest times, only to disappear when things get better? It's a harsh reality many of us face, especially as we grow older. Vulnerability can attract manipulators, and emotional abusers often lurk where loneliness resides. But take heart, this doesn't have to define our story. Today's video uncovers 7 crucial insights every older adult should know. Together, we'll explore ways to protect our emotional well-being, regain control, and approach our golden years with dignity and joy. This journey is about us, our strength, our growth, and our resilience. We'll dive into the art of discerning who genuinely deserves our trust. Recognizing true intentions isn't just a skill, it's a shield. We'll learn how to break free from the invisible chains of people-pleasing and discuss the courage it takes to release toxic relationships, even when they involve family. Has your kindness ever been met with cold indifference? Have your sacrifices gone unnoticed? We'll confront these challenges head-on, empowering ourselves to step away from negativity and preserve our energy for what truly matters. Stay with us until the end. We'll share transformative wisdom designed to inspire healthy boundaries and encourage living life on our own terms. And don't miss our final insight. It challenges a common behavior, but holds the key to profound emotional well-being. Join us for this eye-opening experience. Together, let's redefine our future with clarity, strength, and self-respect. This could be the turning point you've been waiting for. The first hard truth we need to embrace together is this: trust must be earned, not freely given. It might feel harsh, yet it's an essential lesson, especially as we navigate the complexities of later life. Many of us long for deeper connections, leaving us vulnerable to those who may not truly care for our well-being. Loneliness often tempts us to welcome people into our lives without caution, only to discover later that they are more interested in taking than giving. Some individuals remain present only when there's something to gain, revealing their true intentions when the tides turn. It's a bitter reality, but one we must face. Recognizing patterns in our relationships is crucial. Some people appear during our darkest moments, offering support, only to disappear when circumstances improve. This isn't a coincidence. It's a behavior that speaks volumes about their motives. In moments of vulnerability, red flags can be easy to overlook. We might mistake opportunism for compassion. But we need to ask ourselves, are they here because they care about us or because they are drawn to our struggles? Distinguishing between the two helps protect our emotional well-being and fosters healthier, more discerning connections. Our desire for companionship can sometimes cloud judgment. We naturally want to trust those around us, especially when feeling isolated or vulnerable. Yet, as we journey through life, developing a critical eye is vital. Emotional well-being depends on our ability to identify genuinely supportive people versus those with self-serving motives. This doesn't mean living in constant distrust. It means embracing discernment. With this wisdom, we can engage meaningfully while protecting our hearts, ensuring that relationships are mutually enriching. Setting boundaries is key to maintaining dignity and inner peace. Not everyone deserves access to our deepest selves. It's empowering to say no when we sense someone isn't acting in our best interest. Boundaries communicate self-worth and protect emotional health. This doesn't mean cutting ties at the first sign of trouble. It means committing to relationships that uplift rather than drain us. We deserve connections that add value to our lives. Our past experiences are our greatest teachers. Each interaction shapes our understanding of trust, offering valuable lessons. Reflecting on these experiences helps us recognize patterns and behaviors, equipping us to make wiser choices. Self-awareness strengthens our ability to identify trustworthy individuals, fostering genuine, fulfilling relationships. This journey of introspection leads to profound personal growth and deeper connections. Surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive people creates a protective buffer against those who might exploit our vulnerabilities. A circle of trusted friends and family enhances our emotional well-being, reinforcing that we are worthy of love and respect. It's about quality over quantity. Deep, meaningful connections bring far more joy than a wide network of superficial ties. Equally important is extending compassion to ourselves. Trusting the wrong people can lead to self-blame, but vulnerability is part of being human. Every experience, good or bad, contributes to our growth. We deserve forgiveness and kindness, especially when we've been hurt. Practicing self-compassion strengthens resilience and equips us with newfound wisdom. Open conversations about trust and vulnerability deepen our bonds with those we cherish. Sharing our thoughts creates a safe space where everyone feels heard and valued. These dialogues break down barriers, fostering stronger connections and reinforcing the importance of genuine relationships. By learning from each other's experiences, we empower ourselves to build connections that truly enrich our lives. In the journey of transformation, one essential shift we must embrace is this: stop living solely to satisfy others, even our families. This can be a daunting realization, especially after dedicating decades to nurturing children, supporting a spouse, or caring for grandchildren. For many of us, giving and nurturing have become the core of our identity. The mere thought of stepping away from that role feels overwhelming. But we must ask, are we living for others' expectations, or are we truly living for our own fulfillment? Too often, we realize we've prioritized everyone else's happiness so much that our own joy feels like a distant memory. Family expectations can weigh heavily on our shoulders. We strive to be the ever-reliable parent or grandparent, always selfless, always present. Yet, this constant availability can sometimes be taken for granted. Over time, an unspoken expectation arises. We can always give more. We can always be there. This invisible burden grows, but here's the reality. We can't carry everyone forever. There comes a moment when we must say, enough. Now it's time for us. Take Maria's story as a poignant example. She dedicated over 40 years to her family, raising children, managing the household, and later caring for her grandchildren. She never complained, never asked for time to herself. But after decades of relentless giving, she felt a profound emptiness. Her children, now grown and capable, still leaned on her for every small need. It dawned on Maria that while she had been the pillar for everyone else, no one had ever asked what she wanted, what brought her joy. She felt invisible, defined solely by her capacity to serve. Maria's experience is far from unique. Many of us find our worth entangled with how much we do for others. But here's a vital truth. Real love doesn't demand that we sacrifice our entire being. True love respects our need for fulfillment. It recognizes that we deserve the freedom to live for ourselves, not just for others. This doesn't mean we stop caring. Our love for our families remains steadfast. But genuine care includes prioritizing our well-being. It's about striking a balance, meeting our own needs while supporting others. After decades of giving, we've earned the right to focus on our happiness. If our family truly loves us, they will understand and support this shift. If they resist, remember, their discomfort reflects their expectations, not our worth. The pressure to meet others' expectations often runs deeper than we realize. Pushing back can trigger guilt. We might feel selfish, as if we're betraying those we've nurtured. But let's reflect. Is self-care truly selfish? After years of sacrifice, replenishing ourselves isn't just acceptable. It's essential. We can't pour from an empty cup. If we continue giving without renewal, we risk burning out physically and emotionally. Not everyone will understand this change. Some family members might resist or attempt to guilt us into old patterns. But we must stand firm, honoring both our needs and theirs. This shift in priorities isn't a rejection of love or duty. It's a commitment to healthier, more balanced relationships. Breaking the cycle of overgiving is an act of self-respect. We've spent so long putting others first that we may have forgotten how to listen to our own desires. It's time to reconnect with that voice. We're not abandoning our loved ones. we're creating space within those relationships to nurture our well-being. Healthy boundaries protect our energy and enable us to give from a place of abundance, not exhaustion. Returning to Maria's journey, she decided to reclaim her life. She began saying no to draining demands and embraced activities that brought her joy: gardening, traveling, reading. At first, her family struggled with the new boundaries, feeling unsettled by the change. But over time, they adjusted. And Maria? She rediscovered a sense of peace and fulfillment. Her love for her family deepened because she was giving from a replenished heart. The message is clear. We deserve to live for ourselves, free from guilt. We've given so much, and now it's time to prioritize our own joy. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's vital for our mental and emotional health. By reclaiming our lives, we create a healthier, happier space for everyone. Let's learn to set boundaries with love. It may be challenging, especially at first, but boundaries empower us to take control of our lives. When we establish them, we free ourselves from others dictating our time and energy. This freedom is not just liberating, it's transformative. The third, and perhaps most challenging, lesson revolves around creating distance from toxic people, even when they are family. For many of us, this concept feels almost taboo. We've been raised to believe that family is the cornerstone of life, a sacred bond that should withstand anything. Family is everything, we've heard countless times. But what if everything comes at the cost of our own mental health and emotional well-being? For too long, many of us have endured manipulation, disrespect, or even emotional harm under the guise of loyalty. We believed family always comes first. But does it? What if that dynamic chips away at our self-esteem, drains our peace, and erodes our mental health? Sometimes the most courageous act of love for ourselves and others is to step away. What if we dared to imagine a life where our peace is non-negotiable? Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish. It's about recognizing our inherent worth. Boundaries aren't walls meant to isolate, but safeguards that protect our emotional reserves. They remind us that we have a right to preserve our energy, to nurture relationships that uplift rather than deplete us. Each of us deserves connections that nourish our spirits. Distancing ourselves from toxic individuals doesn't mean abandonment. Paradoxically, it can be an act of profound love. By stepping out of toxic cycles, we create space for healthier dynamics to emerge. We give others the opportunity to reflect on their behavior, while we focus on our healing. It's not about severing ties, but restoring balance, protecting our emotional health, and fostering the possibility of healthier interactions, releasing the need for external validation. Another hard-hitting realization is the need to stop expecting others to acknowledge our sacrifices. Think back to all the times we've gone above and beyond, silently hoping for recognition or appreciation. We've made sacrifices, time, energy, and even opportunities, believing that someday someone will notice. Yet more often than not, that acknowledgement never comes. When we tie our self-worth to others' recognition, we hand over control of our happiness. We become dependent on external validation. And when it doesn't arrive, we're left feeling empty, even resentful. This cycle only leads to disappointment because no one, however well-intentioned, can fully grasp the depth of our sacrifices. The key lies in reclaiming our power. Our value isn't determined by someone else's acknowledgement. When we internalize this truth, we liberate ourselves. We stop waiting for a thank you that may never come and learn to validate our own efforts. We reflect on our choices and take pride in them, not because others recognize them, but because we know they were right for us. This shift doesn't mean we stop being generous or caring. It means we give freely, without strings attached. We no longer measure our worth by how much we've sacrificed, but by who we are at our core. This change in perspective brings immense freedom. It lifts the weight of needing others to complete or affirm us, focusing on authentic joy. As we let go of the need for external validation, we open space to explore what truly brings us joy. Life becomes lighter when we stop seeking approval and start looking inward for fulfillment. What makes us feel alive? What moments fill us with genuine peace and happiness, without expectation? Pursuing these authentic experiences leads us to a richer, more meaningful life. Prioritizing our own happiness isn't selfish, it's essential. If we neglect our well-being, who will care for us? Living solely in service to others, without tending to our needs, leads to burnout. We cannot pour from an empty cup. By nurturing ourselves, we become more present, engaged, and authentic in the relationships that truly matter. Let's release the need for constant validation. Let's honor our own efforts, invest in our happiness, and cultivate the life we deserve. True fulfillment begins when we recognize our worth, set healthy boundaries, and embrace the freedom of living authentically. The fourth tough truth we need to embrace is this: our sacrifices hold immense value, even when they go unnoticed. Their worth doesn't depend on others' acknowledgement. Acts of kindness, love, and generosity are powerful because they reflect our character. This is what gives them meaning. As we navigate life, especially in our later years, we often seek recognition for the efforts we've poured into family, friends, and communities. We want others to see the time, energy, and care we've invested. However, true peace arises when we release the need for external validation. Our time is far too precious to spend waiting for acknowledgement that might never come. Throughout life, we tend to link external praise with internal fulfillment. We may think, if only they realized everything we've done, they'd express their gratitude. But not everyone will see or appreciate our sacrifices, and some never will. That's okay. The essence of our lives isn't measured by others' approval. When we accept this, we unlock a deeper happiness, rooted in self-respect and inner peace, not fleeting recognition. Consider a devoted mother in her 70s who dedicated her life to raising her children. She sacrificed her dreams and ambitions to build a loving home. Yet, as years passed, her children, absorbed in their own lives, rarely acknowledged her efforts. Feeling invisible, she questioned whether her sacrifices were in vain. This is when we need to remember: her actions were meaningful because they came from love, not the expectation of praise. The key to lasting happiness lies in letting go of the need for gratitude. When we free ourselves from this, we open the door to a more authentic life. Our worth is tied to our self-perception. Each act of kindness is significant, and we can take pride in it. This mindset shift is profound. As we make it, we feel lighter, unburdened by unmet expectations. We live for the quiet satisfaction of knowing we've acted with integrity and compassion. Realizing this is incredibly empowering. Our sense of value has always been within us, waiting to be embraced. Lack of recognition doesn't diminish our efforts. It simply means we're choosing to free ourselves from the invisible chains of others' expectations. This freedom lets us live authentically, pursuing what truly matters to us. After a lifetime of giving to others, it's our time to focus on our well-being. We should celebrate our achievements, sacrifices, and shared love. The value of our lives isn't dependent on others' acknowledgement. Our worth is ours to claim. When we step away from the need for recognition, we create space to find genuine joy. What matters most to us now? Is it the peace of time with loved ones or the simple pleasure of pursuing passions? Detaching our worth from recognition opens the door to these enriching experiences. We build deeper, more fulfilling relationships, no longer seeking approval beyond our own. As we shift our mindset, external validation loses its power. The praise we once sought pales compared to the inner tranquility we cultivate. We learn to appreciate our contributions ourselves. Embracing this perspective gives us the courage to live on our terms. We celebrate our journey, recognizing how every sacrifice and act of kindness shapes who we are. This realization brings profound liberation, untethering us from others' opinions. Let's take this truth to heart. We are valuable, not because of what others say, but because we've lived lives rich in meaning, kindness, and love. Our actions define us, driven by compassion and selflessness. This truth empowers us with unshakable pride. Our worth is inherent, woven into our very being. As we grow older, let's cherish the legacy we've built, a legacy of love, generosity, and resilience. Our story is worth celebrating, rich with moments and experiences that only we can share. One of life's most powerful yet challenging truths is this: our age should never be an excuse for avoiding change. Many of us hear this and bristle. We've grown accustomed to saying, "I'm too old for that." But that mindset, though familiar, is a barrier. It holds us back from learning new things, breaking unhealthy patterns, or finding joy in unexplored ways. The truth is simple yet profound. If we're still breathing, there's always time for transformation. Believing that meaningful growth ends at a certain age is a dangerous misconception. It keeps us stuck in resignation instead of inspiring renewal. Think about the depth that comes with age. Wisdom earned, perspectives sharpened, and priorities clarified. Each wrinkle and gray hair isn't just a sign of time passing. They're symbols of resilience, experience, and lessons learned. These marks are badges of honor, proof that we've navigated life's complexities. Let's harness this hard-won wisdom. It can be our most powerful tool for growth. Our experiences, both good and challenging, equip us with insights that younger minds can only imagine. They guide us, offering a map through new territories and uncharted paths. When combined with a willingness to adapt, this wisdom fuels remarkable transformations, no matter our age. Reflect on the opportunities we may have missed, thinking it was too late. That dream hobby, the business idea gathering dust, the travel destination we've long yearned to see. The real loss isn't time slipping by. It's the self-imposed barriers we set because of our age. Familiar routines can feel comfortable, but too often, comfort becomes a cage. Every day offers choices. Are we choosing to expand our horizons, or are we letting outdated beliefs fence us in? Age isn't a limitation, it's an asset. It grants us perspectives and resilience born from facing setbacks and overcoming failures. These aren't signs of weakness. They're proof of our strength. With age, courage deepens. Risks become less daunting. We've faced storms and emerged stronger. Now we can embrace change with a boldness that youth often lacks. It's not about being too old to change. It's about recognizing that change is possible and powerful at every stage of life. Think of age as a launching pad, not a roadblock. Each year brings advancements, insights, and fresh opportunities. We live in an era rich with information and connection. Endless resources await. New skills to learn, communities to join, passions to reignite. Technology has made our world more connected than ever. Why not leverage these tools? Why not challenge ourselves to grow in ways we never thought possible? Of course, facing change isn't without fear. Stepping into the unknown is always daunting. Apprehension is natural. But remember, every remarkable journey starts with a single step. Let's not allow fear to govern our lives and dictate our potential. We can acknowledge those feelings without letting them control us. Instead, let's cultivate encouragement for ourselves and each other. Surrounding ourselves with supportive, positive influences makes a profound difference. Seek out people who inspire and uplift. Engage with those who have navigated their own transformations. Their stories remind us that we're not alone. Whether through a shared interest group, a conversation with a friend, or a family member's wisdom, these connections strengthen our resolve. They remind us that growth at any age is not just possible, it's exhilarating. One essential lesson in life is learning not to anchor ourselves solely to the past. Nostalgia, when enjoyed in moderation, offers a soothing reminder of treasured moments and joyful experiences. Yet lingering too long in yesterday's memories can trap us, overshadowing the present's vibrancy. Our past holds immense significance, but it should guide, not govern, our current journey. Dwelling on what once was might blind us to the beauty unfolding right now. By honoring our history without letting it confine us, we open ourselves to the wonders of today. Let's embrace the present moment, where life's richest possibilities lie waiting to be discovered. Resilience is another profound strength within each of us. Life has presented challenges, setbacks, and moments of hardship that have forged our inner fortitude. True resilience goes beyond simply bouncing back. It's about growth and transformation. Viewing struggles as opportunities rather than obstacles reshapes our outlook, empowering us to face uncertainties with courage. Every challenge carries a lesson, adding layers of wisdom and depth to our journey. By embracing resilience, we learn that even when life takes unexpected turns, those detours often lead to invaluable insights. Equally vital is our connection with others. As social beings, we thrive in nurturing relationships that broaden our perspectives and enrich our lives. Engaging meaningfully with friends, family, and even new acquaintances infuses our days with fresh energy and deeper understanding. Sharing stories and experiences strengthens bonds and fosters a sense of belonging. In this interconnected world, the power of community cannot be overstated. Whether through shared interests, collaborative projects, or simply offering a listening ear, these connections provide support during tough times and amplify joy in moments of triumph. Change, an inevitable part of life, deserves our embrace rather than resistance. Fighting change often leads to frustration and stagnation. Instead, let's meet each new chapter with curiosity and an open heart. Every shift brings opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Adapting to new circumstances allows us to redefine goals and explore paths we might never have considered. This openness transforms change into an adventure, reminding us that the journey shapes us just as much as the destination. As we navigate life's complexities, self-compassion becomes essential. Too often, we judge ourselves harshly for perceived flaws or failures. Treating ourselves with the kindness we would extend to a dear friend fosters healing and growth. Acknowledging our feelings without criticism helps us accept imperfections as part of life's rich tapestry. Cultivating self-compassion creates a nurturing environment for personal development, allowing us to move forward with confidence and acceptance. Remember, perfection isn't the goal. Continuous learning and growth are. Finally, let's reflect on the transformative power of gratitude. Shifting our focus from what we lack to the abundance around us reveals life's many blessings. Simple joys, the warmth of sunlight, shared laughter, or the comfort of a favorite book, take on deeper meaning when approached with thankfulness. Practicing gratitude enhances well-being and deepens our connection with the world. It reminds us that even in difficult times, there's always something to appreciate. By sharing this gratitude, we create ripples of positivity that uplift not just our lives, but those around us. Let's close with a topic that often sits in silence: the daily habit of masturbation. It's a subject layered with complexity, and we understand that even mentioning it can stir a mix of emotions. Yet, when approached with mindfulness and moderation, this behavior can be a healthy, natural part of human sexuality. But what happens when it becomes a daily ritual or even a compulsion? Could this point to deeper emotional struggles that warrant our attention? Are we using it to shield ourselves from loneliness, stress, or unfulfilled desires? Compulsive behaviors offer fleeting escape from emotional challenges, but often deepen feelings of isolation. They create a cycle that disconnects us from genuine connection and self-awareness. When one source of comfort dominates, we risk missing out on life's broader spectrum. This over-reliance can blur the richness of real connections, leaving us with an empty sense of fulfillment. Balance is key across all areas of life, including sexual health. By moderating the frequency of masturbation, we unlock pathways to more enriching experiences. Consider how moments spent on other pursuits, like invigorating walks, diving into captivating books, engaging in creative hobbies, or deepening bonds with loved ones, nourish both our emotional and physical well-being. These varied experiences tether us back to the world, offering enduring joy and connection beyond temporary relief. We're not suggesting complete abstinence, The goal is to ensure that masturbation remains a healthy aspect of a balanced life. When placed in harmony with other enriching activities, it enhances rather than diminishes our overall well-being. Embracing this balance invites us to explore the full spectrum of life's pleasures and connections. As we grow older, this balance becomes even more vital. Our desires evolve, and managing the interplay between our physical, emotional, and social needs takes on new significance. By moderating habits, we free up energy to nurture deeper relationships and pursue fresh interests. This mindful approach fosters lasting fulfillment and purpose beyond momentary comfort. Open conversations play a crucial role. Sharing experiences with trusted friends or support groups can be enlightening and empowering. These discussions break the silence, normalize sensitive topics, and create a sense of community. Remember, we are never alone. By exchanging stories, we demystify these aspects of life and strengthen our collective understanding. As we bring this enriching conversation to a close, let's pause and reflect on the transformative insights we've explored together. From nurturing our emotional well-being and releasing the need for external validation to embracing change at any stage of life, these principles offer a powerful roadmap for personal growth. Life unfolds as a vibrant tapestry woven with growth, adaptation, and balance. When we apply these lessons, we're not merely navigating existence. We're actively crafting a richer, more fulfilling experience. Now consider this. Which insight spoke to you most deeply today? What intentional step will you take to weave these lessons into your daily life? Real transformation begins with deliberate action. As we move forward, let's hold on to this powerful truth. We possess the strength to shape a life brimming with purpose and joy, regardless of our age or circumstances. Together, let's embrace our journeys, take courageous steps, and believe in the endless possibilities ahead. Thank you for joining this meaningful conversation. Remember, each step we take leads us closer to the vibrant, fulfilling lives we all deserve.